that much room.
And so we can.
And now, let's do it. We go.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
Hill is up there with Ellis. Then there's C.J. Miles. Then there's Ian Mahinmi. And it's George in the power forward position. That's the Pacers' 5. The drive by Ellis. Sinks that one from the post. Ellis has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Pacers. Mahinmi kicks to Hill. Again, missing Hill.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Klay Thompson.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Dishes it to George. It's deflected. Ellis the pass to Hill. George. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Here's Curry, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
Allen's checked in for Ian Mahinmi.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
George, no good.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Yes,
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
As you're talking about the Warriors, you know, they were built to play with each other last year. The bigs could all pass very well, and that set up the three-point threats.
And then even on the defensive side, I mean, they had players that really complemented each other. I mean, some undersized power forwards who countered with rim protectors. I mean, they also had the length at every perimeter position to switch on any play. So they are equally as adept on that side of the ball.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
And the Pacers call time here.
Here we go, Pacers.
And one bright note for the Pacers last season was the play of their bench. Adding Rodney Stuckey was a huge boost for them.
Turner's checked in for the Pacers. Hill dishes to Ellis. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Ellis has got 14 points for the game.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
And Stuckey led the charge for the Pacers bench, Greg, as you were talking about, but all around the reserves, Clark, were fantastic on the Pacers.
Yeah, third in the league at almost 41 points per game off the bench, first in the NBA in bench rebounding, and top 10 in field goal percentage as a bench.
Curry outside. Another miss by Curry.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. To the inside. Bogut kicks to Barnes. That three off the mark. Pacers trail by 10. And Steph Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Pacers. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Lavoy Allen. Solomon Hill comes in for George. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Ellis. Hill with it. Barbosa picks him up. Spates against Hill. Oh, and here comes Iguodala all alone. Oh. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. The kick out to Hill. Feeds it to Hill. Indiana moving the ball around. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. The Pacers making a switch here. Mahimi's checked in. Tipped away. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
The screen from Thompson. Livingston passes to Iguodala. Thompson dishes to Spates. And too long on the shot. Hill against Iguodala. From deep. Kept alive by Indiana. The second chance effort. Here's Hill. Can't connect. Well, through 3/4 of... And the final period of play just about to start. Pacers trail by 10, setting the floor for the Warriors. The Splash Brothers are the guards. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Bogut in at the 5 spot. George, no good. Golden State's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Green with the block. Thompson for the triple. And that's collected by Hill. Hill's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ellis.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Hill. Thompson with the bucket.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
The Pacers shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Here's George. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Here's Green. No good. So Indiana will take it the other way. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. And George kicks to Mahimi. Near the 3-point line, it's Ellis. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one. Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Shoots from the corner. Green missing again.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
And here's Hill for 3. And that one's good.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Here's Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
Timeout called the Pacers. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Frank Vogel had to say to his team. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, how much do you want it? Don't tell me. Show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
Turner's checked in for the Pacers. Bogut kicks to Curry. Clock at 6. Beyond the arc. That's good. And now a 12-point Warrior lead.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
And here's Ellis for 3. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And the call will be against George Hill. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Curry passes to Barnes. Offline with his 3.
Well, I tell you what, that's fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. The key there was not to give him much space before he took that shot.
And really, Clark, that's the only way you're going to stop him. The defender was all over him with a hand right in his face.
Thompson misses.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Hill drives in. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul. Mahinmi's checked in for Indiana. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Ellis can't get it to go.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Outside Curry. And the call will be against George Hill. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That's his 4th foul. I'm sure he recognizes the situation because number 5 would put him in a rough, tough spot.
It's Curry outside.
Here with the lead, they'd really like to finish this team off, but they just haven't knocked down the three-pointers at the same percentage that they did in the first half here in the second. So we'll see what happens going forward.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. Curry's got a couple of three-pointers now in the 4th for the Warriors. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Warriors.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here, Clark.
I call them warm-up jump shots. I mean, 3 after 3, it paid off for them in the end.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And tonight they took the time they needed, made the plays they had to when they had to, and that's why they're going up 1-0 in their 3-game season series against the Pacers.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Thompson. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
And that one's good, George.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him. Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
Gets to the corner and buries it. It's stolen by Mahinmi. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Hill leading the charge. Outside Curry. Can't get it to fall. So we see the Warriors taking the game here.